Okay, we are back in Advance Wars, so it's been a little while since I did anything. People have been sick around here, and I just haven't had time, so let's do this. I'm going to try to get back in the routine of things for the coming week. We'll go into the second mission of the campaign. I'm not going to try to do a southern accent on Grit, even though I really do imagine he has one. Grit, where's Grit? Easy there, I heard you the first time, oh bearded one. Bearded one? Why you... Slip of the tongue, my apologies, Commander. Enough, just get ready and move out. Now listen, Orange Star forces have been deployed where I anticipated. Their commanding officer is an untested youngster, but he's not alone. He's working with an advisor, Hero. So don't let your guard down. Our contingent in the area has some indirect combat units for you to use. Now get going, Mr. Sharpshooter. What? You want me to go personally, like in person? Why, you lazy nook, what do you think a commanding officer does? If you don't get moving. Alright, keep your beard on. I don't much like the idea, but I'm going. Gone at last. He's an impudent rogue, but he's also the best marksman I've ever seen. Those Orange Star fools will never know what hit him. Perfect. Okay, here I go. We don't have anyone else to choose, so yeah. Mission 2, Gunfighter. Day 1. Hero, Andy. Can you hear me? What's up now? You've been given the authority to use base to deploy new units onto the field. Hero hasn't received instruction on how to do this, but you're up to speed, right, Andy? Well, oh my. Well, let's go through it again. First, place the cursor on a base and press the A button. A list of units will then be displayed. Use the control pad to scroll through the list and press the A button to select the unit you want to deploy. Units you can't afford will appear in gray, don't forget that. Each day you'll receive funds from all the bases you hold. You'll have to make do with that amount. Remember, you can't deploy new units and move them on the same turn. Hope you got all that. Good luck. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Grit is one of the nastier commanding officers in the entire series, and I'll show you why. So, my artillery unit, if you notice, can shoot 2 and 3 spaces away. His can shoot 2, 3, and 4 spaces away, and I believe when he's using his power it goes up to 5 and 6. So his rockets also get a +1, so they go from being 3, 4, 5 to 3, 4, 5, 6, and then with power enabled he also gets 7 and 8. They get a firepower boost, and it's utterly ridiculous. The one thing that kind of hamstrings him is that indirect units, with the exception of artillery, are pretty expensive. But the flip side is, like, you can do the whole crawling zombie thing where you put a wall of infantry in front of your stuff and then basically just slowly creep forward like a phalanx of sorts and you just push the enemy back. Because of this strategy, Grit is considered to be one of the strongest COs in the entire series, and he is just really, really broken. So, we need to stay out of that range. In case his tank comes forward, we're going to put our indirect there. So you have the option of putting an indirect over here and trying to shoot across the river, or you can just go infantry combat. It's kind of up to you which route you want to take. I'm going to crank a pair of infantry out this turn, and we'll go. Possum spit, this area wasn't Blue Moon's to begin with. Blue Moon is just plain greedy, that's what it is. Fighting for these folks just don't sit well with me. Well, I guess I'll just mosey on out and see what happens. So keep in mind, if you put the artillery on the other side of the river, you can shoot that capturing infantry this turn. Now, in exchange for his indirect superiority, Grit's direct units are pretty crappy. He got a really lucky roll there, believe it or not. Hero, Andy, pick up now. Yeah, Nell, we're here. What's going on? We've learned that Grit is the opposing CO. Grit is an indirect fire expert whose attack range is larger than normal. Plus, his range gets even bigger when he uses his CO power. Make sure you check Grit's attack range throughout the battle. Understood. Hey, Nell, how do you know so much about this guy? Well, we used to be friends. That's all I had to tell you. Nell out. Huh? Nell was sure in a hurry. Wonder what was wrong. So, contrary to how it sounds, like, they really were just friends. Like, I think they were, like, cadets in the same academy or something like that. The significance of it, in case you're wondering, is that Grid is supposed to be a defector according to lore or something like that. I don't know why he'd go to Blue Moon of all places, but he did, and that's where we're at. So I'm just gonna sit here and let them come to me. So this may look bad, but trust me, it's not. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have this guy go up here and shoot this. You have no defensive bonus in the river, so we're able to take a nice piece out of him. His direct fire penalty does not carry over to infantry, in case you're wondering. Then we can slide this over. Punch this. More than likely his mech will attack this, but that's still not the end of the world or anything. It's done its job for this time frame. If I wanted to protect it, I could put the APC in the way, but I'm better off just letting it go. Now I'm gonna let his... I actually need to go here, I believe. He doesn't have any bases of his own to create units, so I don't really care about capturing crap. He didn't shoot. That's a little peculiar. So, yeah. I'm gonna blast this. Now you get no defensive boost on the road, but in order for me to take the shot here, I have to sit on it, unfortunately. Now the thing is, we should be in range of his tank. I'm trying to remember how far those moved, but I don't remember the unit stuff offhand. And crap, he went the way he didn't go the way I needed him to, I'll put it that way. So yeah, I should have moved this guy over and then went into there. Instead I have to shoot out of the river, which is not ideal. So the city gives them a pretty sizable defensive boost. It's still going to delay the capture, and I'm doing this more to be annoying than anything at the moment. Yeah. Now this one doesn't get the defense boost from the city, so as a result I'm able to take out a much larger piece of it. Okay, he doesn't have it yet. Grid. Distance weapons have an extended attack range, however direct units are weak. His power is snipe attack, increases the range and firepower of distance weapons, so it's a 2-point boost to his range. I don't really tell you, unfortunately. Laid-back style mass dependability, a peerless marksman. Hit cats, miss rats. What's the ruckus? So they should pile on this, I believe. And that's probably good enough. The AI really hates APCs for one reason or another. I'm not sure why, to be perfectly honest. And what the heck? So his artillery didn't even take a shot there. Yeah, he's gonna have his power, unfortunately. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay, those will be in range, so you can take 2 shots. That's most likely dead. This will most likely still go for the APC. Right here, I just need to use the initiative to cripple his stuff before it can actually hurt me. So I'm having the full HP one attack first to maximize the damage. Attacking from the trees to maximize defense. That actually can hit my indirect, but I don't think it's likely to. I think it's more likely... Huh. It's actually a bit of a coin toss. It will deal more damage, I think, to this one, and by doing the math, the AI would be probably a little more skewed that way. Well, here we go. Sorry about this, but you left me no choice. So this is the one right below his HQ, and it's a guaranteed kill on the tank, unfortunately. Yeah, I went for the indirect fire unit. So painful. Yeah, I'm a little short from being able to reach him. Be careful staying on this square. I could send this one on a suicide mission to try to cripple his rocket, but let's see. So all these infantry units will take 3 turns to capture a city. And I meant to move this guy west. I could pop my power and actually shorten that, but it's not too big a deal. Yeah, he can reach. Crap. So I miscounted that one. Just remember, steer clear of this space. I don't think they capture on their own. If you end turn, they seriously will just stay as is. A little bit short of making our medium tank, but that's fine. We just keep spamming tanks for the most part. The artillery is needed to deal with their medium tank. And next turn the bum rush begins. You might be able to do something fancy by sending mechs through the mountains or something if you want to try to get an HQ cap, or we're going to try to get a route. So I'm using the hyper repair to just top off units as well as give me a little bit of a firepower boost as I barrel in. Having one left is fine. His AI should panic and have that withdrawal rather than actually try to fight. I'm trying to remember if in Advance Wars 2, if Andy actually gets like a movement point to go with his repair or not. Just wanted to make sure he didn't get his power back yet. And we'll keep cranking out tanks, because why not? So he shot the forward one. That might be able to kill me on the... Nope. On the road it had a chance. So here comes the medium tank, and it went to a spot where it actually gets a little bit of cover. It's a little bit outside of my attack range, too. Can't reach HQ, sadly. So I'm going to move this directly in front of the rocket range so that I know that the rocket should give that priority. They won't have enough firepower to kill it or anything. I don't think his directs even get a power boost off this, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can see due to the weight difference between our tanks, his still do hurt. My answer to that, though, is just poke with some indirect. Unfortunately, since it's in a city, it will heal. But my medium will be in position next turn. So I could sacrifice this, but I'd rather not. I do get a cash refund for doing a join when it goes beyond 10 HP. By the way, he is out of indirects now. If I had any mechs, I could try to poke the tank a little bit, but it's still not really that great a return even for grid. Yeah, all he has left is that medium. Unfortunately, he has more than enough funds to patch it back up, so yeah. So I'm going here to shoot it from cover. And if you're worried about my indirect unit, I can slide this in and even poke this now that there's that much of a power difference between the two. I didn't get lucky enough to knock him down to 1, but still he's effectively crippled. Sadly that wouldn't do anything. It would have been hilarious if it could have. I might have actually been able to end it here. I screwed up by putting him there. I didn't even notice that tank at first. Well, let's see how bad our speed score suffers as a result of that. This went one day further than it had to. He didn't take a shot. don't think you actually get anything for doing this. It's just to be annoying. It still does 0. That sucks. A little bit of revenge for all those little tanks that took a beating trying to get up here. Hey there, Junior. What was your partner's name again, Hero? Stop calling me Junior. I have a name, it's Andy. Well now, that's the spirit. Y'all are new to the Orange Star Army, right? Yeah, so? Hey, how'd you know that? Well now, that's because I'm Grit. I was beholden to Orange Star not too long ago myself, so I'm pretty familiar with most of the military types. Well, y'all beat me this time. Who knows, maybe we'll see each other on the flip side. So long, Hero. You too, Junior. Yep, I lost speed. Moral of the story, pay a little closer attention, I guess. So we went from Grey to Opal Rat. And I'm gonna say yes. So I'm not going to push forward with the Eagle stuff just yet. The thing I wanted to talk about real quick was, now that the analogs are out, you kind of have like competition between the operators and the analogs. The main difference between the two, in case you're wondering, analog is portable, you can put it in a dock to play like I'm doing, yes, but I prefer the operator myself because we have the ability to rip our data out and create backups of sorts. So I am playing on original hardware even though this is on computer, so if I go to data, I can choose save to write this to my cartridge, and well, I thought it would take a little bit longer than that because I wanted to point out the percentage stuff, but yeah, that's now on my cartridge, and all I have to do is just go to launch and I can pick up right where I left off. The one thing that kind of sucks is you do have to, like, the software is a little finicky. When I loaded this the first time, everything was blue like a zombie. When I did it the second time, everything was displayed upside down. And third time was the charm. It actually loaded correctly. And just like that, I can play this, or I can, going back to this one, this time I'm not going to save because obviously we didn't do anything. So I can pull this out, play it on original hardware or what have you. It's kind of up to me. I just have to make sure I have actually a Game Boy or a DS that can do it. But then I can hit download save, upload save, so I can pull my data out, put it back in, etc. In the event that your games need to have their batteries replaced, like, the analog will not do that for you. At least I haven't heard of any way for it to actually extract your save to safely hold it. This does, and that's why I went for the Game Boy operator instead of the analog, in case you're wondering. And it's why, personally, I prefer this one a little bit more. Like, yes, you can create your own ROMs too, which is kind of cool, I guess. That is 100% legal, since the way ownership works in the US, by owning and actually ripping it yourself, that's no longer in the gray area. Other countries may be different, and yeah, the operator may be in a grayer area there, but for this, there's just no questioning the ownership stuff. If I wanted to play this on the computer without the Game Boy operator, then yes, I'd have to get some sort of emulator, but the operator will fulfill the emulator role. It's just, it does require the original hardware to be, or the cartridge to be present. So to give you an example, if I pull the Advance game, that's what you see. I can put it back in, then you'll see Advance Wars, and then as long as you have the games, you can basically just play whatever you want as you want. So since I have the portable collection, I can just pop in wherever I want and then play it, and now you guys can see hopefully why I'm in the operator camp rather than the analog stuff. And then I guess you could kind of like clone some Pokemon to a degree. This only works for Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire because you can extract the data, transfer stuff over, then basically put the save back in and rinse and repeat. So for Pokemon Emerald, for instance, you could basically get Infinite Muse as long as you have the one item that's necessary to go to the one island, but actually you don't even need that now that I think about it. You just have to have a way to glitch onto the island. Although if you want to bring them into Sword, Shield, Diamond, Pearl, well, Brilliant Diamond Pearl, you have to trade up, which is a fairly complex sequence. I don't think it's free. You have to actually subscribe to something, but yeah. I'm in the operator camp, and you may see some more Game Boy games as we go further in because I have a collection to call upon, and there's a lot of goodies that came out on the Game Boy Advance. My portable stuff does actually, it's more prolific than my console stuff. Part of the reason why I really do like the Switch. But anyway, that is where I'm going to call it quits for now, folks. When we pick up next time, we'll going up against Eagle, and well, I'll share my thoughts on him when we get there. Just know that he's not as ridiculous as Grit can be, but there are flaws to attack Grit with that we'll see as we get further and further in. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.